Hello, my beautiful Libras. This is your general tarot and oracle card forecast for the week of April the 13th to the 19th. Let's see what we have for the theme and for your download message for this week. Coming in with the authority figures. Okay, let's see what we have here for your tarot messages. I'm going to move these over just a bit, guys. Get the glare, hopefully, off of this card. Okay, here we go. All right, let's see what we have here for your tarot messages. Please know that this is only a general reading. Not every single card or the energy they carry may resonate with every person that's viewing this. Only take what does and throw the rest out into the universe. If you want clarity, accuracy, and answers to personal questions, then I gladly direct you to my website here below each video, where you can go into my schedule and book a private reading if you desire. Okay, let's see what we have here for your first card. You've got the Ace of Swords followed by the Seven of Cups, and you've got the Wheel of Fortune. In your focus part of the reading, you have the Death card, you have the Page of Wands, and you have the Nine of Wands. Your help, hurdle, or challenge, you've got the Six of Wands, you have the beautiful Sun, and you have the Strength. Coming in with messages from Spirit and your guides, you've been given the Six of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the Three of Cups. End of the week, possible future energy, you've got Justice, you've got the Empress, and you've got the Seven of Swords. Okay, well, you might be speaking to people in authority. It could be, your boss. It could be your doctor. It could be your lawyer. It could be something to do with military, police. It could, anybody who you look up to, but possibly this could be your boss that you're speaking to for some of you this week. But you're definitely going to be talking to somebody who is in a position of authority to give you counsel and wise information. They're you go to them for what you want and you need to know. Okay, so your first card, which is life and career, you've got this spider in a web, and it says trapped. It says you feel stuck in your current situation, but you do have options. Look for another job while keeping the one you have for now. So some of you might be having difficulty with your job and your career, feeling as though you're between a rock and a hard spot, and maybe you're not happy. Maybe you've spoken to the authority figures here, and they're not going to give you the raise or the time off you've requested, or whatever the case is. Perhaps there's restructuring going on at your place of employment, and the new people that have come in are being, you're feeling that things are so different and it's difficult. So do not leave your job, though, until you find another one. Okay, so be careful, and don't let everybody know your business. Okay, do this on the QT for you, because there could be other people there that feel the same way. Now, the Wheel of Fortune comes in, the Seven of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. The Seven of Cups is making feeling overwhelmed, because there's a lot of decisions that you have to be making right now, and choices. But do what's right for you, okay? Everything that glitters isn't gold. If it looks too good to be true, it probably is. And be mindful. Pick something that's going to give you longevity, last the test of time, and give you the best benefits that you deserve. The Ace of Swords is complete clarity. Boom, bang. You get a clear sight line, and you know where you're going now. It's like, I see the truth finally. I'm able now to move forward in a new direction. This is a card of almost like an awakening, of seeing the truth come in. Everything clears up better for you, and you know where you're going to go now. The Wheel of Fortune's leading you down a path of success. Follow it. Jump on that wagon and ride it hard. This card says you could be traveling as well, taking a trip, but this card is good luck, good karma, things coming your way successfully. Coming in with your focus part of the reading, which is also your career and money card, you've been given the clover. And we all know that when we find a four-leaf clover, it's rare. And when we do, we cherish it, and we feel very lucky and blessed. There could be a lucky break coming in for some of you. You might be taking a gamble, towards something new, maybe you've never done, an opportunity that presents itself, but it could bring you good luck and good fortune. Take the chance. I always say risk or regret, but weigh your risks first. What the consequences could be. Your career might involve finance, working outdoors. It could be risky business, and surprises are coming your way. Coming in with that, you've been given the Nine of Wands, the Page of Wands, and the Death card. So the Nine of Wands is that card of standing your ground, not backing down, standing in your truth and integrity, letting the powers that be know that, you stand for your word and your commitment. This means that you will last the test of time because you are committed and you follow through. You don't give up. The Page of Wands comes in. Great opportunity coming your way. And Wands are those cards where we take action. We just don't sit and think about the offer. We actually get proactive and go after it and research it. Something new's coming in for you that's going to get your creative juices flowing. The death and the rebirth and the transformations coming in. You may be leaving this job and going to a new one. Something's going to end and you're closing the door to it. And you're moving and forward in a new direction. You've got the vision of a promising and successful new direction and new beginning. Not only are you changing where you're going, but the way you do things and who you are and how you feel and think. Now, coming in the center position, help, hurdle, or challenge, you've got the card schedule, and it does come in with the clock. And the clocks are karmic delays, obstacles, and challenges that hinder us. So most forms of prosperity require time and effort to manifest, right? Do you have room in your schedule for the abundance you're waiting and wanting to attract? So focus on this one thing. This is what they're saying. Schedule it in. Focus on it. Don't wait around. Like I said, with this offer coming in for some of you, you need to act on it. Okay, schedule it in. Now, coming in with that is the Strength, the Sun, and the Six of Wands. Beautiful cards. You've stood in your strength, you've endured, you've overcome, and now you're moving forward. Be mindful when getting caught up in the heat of the moment with conversations and communications with people that could be a bit abrasive, that you don't go in the heat of the moment with the roar of the lion and say things you can't take back. Stand back, be a listener, look from the outside, listen well, be patient, compassionate, understanding, and tolerant, because you'll catch more bees with honey than you will with vinegar. Sun, best card in the whole deck. Good health all over. Well-being. This card says that, the universe is shining down on you and you need to walk in that spotlight. Things are working out in your favor. You're making good decisions and choices this week that will bring you not only satisfaction, but possibly success. And here you are. Take a bow. This is the Six of Wands. Overcoming great obstacles, achievement, getting recognized for who you are and what you've accomplished. You could be receiving an award, a diploma, a new job description, a raise, anything like that. But you could even be getting public recognition. You may see your name in the media in one way or the other. Great accomplishments. Now, coming in next, which is messages from Spirit and your guides, you've got the card and it says holiday, timeout, and recharge. And the time this is going to happen will be the summer. Okay, they're saying you're going to be taking a trip in the warm weather. So this is the time that you have been waiting for, right? There are either plans afoot or it's time to make those plans for a holiday. You need time out from everyday life. It is fine to plan that trip. Take time out, and I am not talking about the naughty corner. You need to recharge your batteries. Find time to rest and allow yourself to heal. You have been pushing too hard, and unless you look after yourself, you will burn out. Take up meditation maybe, or better still, have a rest and recover. Next to the overseas card, it suggests an overseas holiday. So we don't have the overseas card. However, I do think you're going to want to go near water. Okay, the timing on this card is related to the summer, anytime during the season. So you may want to be traveling somewhere to beaches and sand and water, sun, sea, and sand. Three of Cups comes in, the King of Swords comes in, and the Six of Pentacles comes in. Well, you're going to celebrate something. Okay, happiness, sisterhood, brotherhood, family, friends, colleagues. This could be an event that you've been invited to or you're creating yourself. It could be an occasion where you're all going to get together and kick up your heels and party hardy. The King of Swords comes in. Again, this could be an authority figure. This could be somebody who's bringing you some wise counsel. Could be a legal person, a lawyer of some sort, but it could also be military. It could also be, somebody who is like a professor, a doctor, anybody like that. Because we talked about authority figures, and I think you're going to be getting wise counsel from somebody. The Six of Pentacles comes in, and this is the gift card. Push, pull, and, back and forth, negotiating energy. You could be receiving something in the form of a windfall, a gift. It could be time, effort, support, love, or maybe money. But But you could also be the one that's helping someone else out. Maybe you're getting involved in a nonprofit organization, or you're wanting to give someone else your time, effort, support, love, and maybe money. Okay, coming in next, we have the angel card number, and this is another new deck. This is 999, and in this deck it says release. So balance, financial growth, success, lifestyles, karma, transformation, and renewal. Your current circumstances are ending, opening the door to better opportunities. If you're facing significant changes, consider viewing your life as a series of cycles or chapters. Embrace the transition by making room for new experiences and welcoming a fresh beginning into your life. Well, we talked about that here with the death card, and we talked about that here with scheduling it in. Okay, scheduling in this abundance and expecting it to come in. So there's a new beginning here for some of you, and it's letting go and releasing the past in order to see growth and success in this new cycle. Now, coming in with that, you have the Nine of Swords, you have the Empress, and you have the Justice. Okay, so let's jump into the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords, I said 9, but I meant 7. This is a card that says there could be somebody around you who's deceiving you. They may be the wolf in sheep's clothing, portraying to be your friend. They could be charming you or trying to coerce and talk you into something. Often when they do that, it's to validate their own behavior. However, this person is not honest and doesn't, they're hiding. They're hiding behind a mask. They're always constantly looking over their shoulder to make sure they're not making a mistake. But at the end of the day, they're going to get caught. You've got great character, the ability to do great character analysis, and I think you're going to find them. You're going to move on. This is it. This is you leaving them behind and moving on. The Justice comes in, and justice is served and waived in your favor. Maybe some of you are going through a legal issue, divorce, separation, disbursements of chattels and property. It could involve that. For others, it's, karmic justice coming in. You deserve to know that you deserve to have. So, Empress shows up. This gives you the opportunity to give birth to your dreams. Maybe you came out of here with a settlement of some sort. Maybe you've got some sort of resources that you can create something new here. But be patient. Rome wasn't built in a day if you're waiting for something. If you planted your seeds for a new future and something new, know that anything working for is worth waiting for. And this is a card of creating your own happiness, your own prosperity, success, but being patient in the event of it. Well, my beautiful, beautiful Libras, this is your general tarot and oracle forecast for this week. And I wish you a great remainder to today and a beautiful, optimistic, healthy, happy, prosperous, and successful one. Always know I stand in this circle of love and light for you, and I'll see you soon, my beautiful, beautiful Libras.